With Hoyoverse releasing their brand new trailer showing off all the new characters that we will be getting in Natlan, a lot of people are excited. Some, however, not so much, due to the way Hoyoverse has once again whitewashed all of the characters in the game. Yes, this age-old debate has once again resurfaced, as it does in every single patch of the game. And let me just say, people have been complaining about this problem since 1.0. Today is completely different though, as Natlan is apparently a South American inspired zone. Some people claim the entire Ring of Fire is in there, but I'm pretty sure this is a bit of a stretch. Either way though, South Americans are in general darker skinned, brown colored people, right? With white people coming in later with colonization and being a minority in those countries. And while looking at most of these characters, barely any of them have any sort of tan on them or brown skin. I mean, the only one that I can call brown is like this boy over here. Other than that, the Shark Girl has some tan, Deya 2.0 has some tan, and that's about it, let's be honest. As a result, Reddit and Twitter obviously caught fire. And well, the reason people are mad that there are no dark-skinned characters is because Hoyoverse puts effort in taking culture from around the world, but when it comes to skin color, they get scared and go for the light tan. You put more effort in using their culture to craft a character, but gave them the white pharaoh textbook treatment. And that's the freaking problem people have. And it's not like people are asking for something really big, something that is very costly in terms of development. I mean, literally all people are asking for is a few darker pixels on some of the characters, man. Like, there's no way it's hard to implement, especially when you see these fan mods floating around. However, when things really kicked off is when Sucrose's voice actor, Valeria Rodriguez, tweeted out, "I could stay quiet about this and protect myself, but us folk of color don't always need to stay quiet and let others fuck us over and disrespect us so that we can continue to advance at half the pace of our white peers. If you're going to use real-world deities, respect them. If you're bashing off of real cultures, respect that. I'm fine with things being inspired by various cultures, that's awesome. Representation is dope, but bare minimum, do some research and show some cultural appreciation." Olorun is the supreme Yoruba deity. You could find that with a quick Google search even. This is unforgivable. Look at what a sick job Smite did with their own interpretation. It's not hard. So this character, Ororon, is apparently based off of this deity over at Latin America. And I think we can all agree this guy doesn't look brown, he looks black even. And then the situation spiraled even more out of control when Alejandro Saab, the voice actor for Sino, said, "I didn't know that's who he's based on. Oh, that's bad, you still got time to fix it." I'll be honest, man, with the way he worded that tweet, it's almost like he's threatening Hoyoverse or something. Mind you, out of Natlan coming out, there's only one tan person. The one they teased years ago, which is this little boy. And then he went on his VTuber account to spread the message even more, saying, "Finding this out is, wow, this is bad. Like, I knew they were missing color, but wow, this is bad." This is their own voice actors, bro, calling Hoyoverse out for their bullshit. Insane, man. And it's pretty funny how it's Sayus calling them out as well. And even Zayax commented, "Yeah, that's fucked. What the fuck?" And after that, Tectone weighed in on the situation, basically laying down the truth to everyone, saying Genshin Impact will not change. If you're mad, you should quit. The only thing they track or care about is money spent and concurrent player base. This has already happened before and will happen again. Side note, I do think it's fair to be upset, but the company doesn't care. Basically throwing in the towel and admitting that Enviosity was right all along.
They don't fucking listen to NA. You are a fool if you think they're gonna listen to your fucking complaint.
Then someone replied saying, "But you always say that it's only fictional, so why people would even care in the first place? Thinking you're in a real relationship with a fictional character is stupid. Wanting the characters of the story who are based off of real important beings, figures of one's culture to be properly represented is fair. And that's precisely why people are mad. When it comes to leeway, oh, no problem, because it's representing the Chinese culture. We gotta be on our A game. We can't misrepresent. But when it comes to other cultures, oh no, we're not gonna treat you guys with anywhere near the amount of care we treated our own nation. You can't silence when people from a certain culture speak out on what they want improved with their representation in media. Just because it doesn't bother you doesn't mean you may trample on others' wish to enhance and correct their culture. End of story. And even Zayak's quote retweeted saying, "I'm not exaggerating when I say this was said perfectly." And I'd have to honestly agree, rather than defending your multi-billion-dollar company and telling people to shut up about their concerns for the game, maybe you should be the one shutting up.
Fucking Twitter, dude. The way they worded it seemed like it was a major issue I had to actually talk about.
And apparently even the Pyro Archon, Maui Kawu is apparently representing their fire god in their culture, has once again been completely whitewashed. And apparently they did the exact same thing with Natlandi as well, looking pretty similar to Native Americans as you can see. Then I saw two people specifically call out content creators for not speaking up about this situation.
I woke up to drip marketing. You want to know what else I woke up to? Some fucking idiots on Twitter.
Saying, why aren't Genshin content creators saying anything? They're the voices of the community, they should speak.
Envy, why are you the only Genshin content creator not addressing? A YouTube video is not gonna fucking do shit!
And someone replied saying they are cowards and afraid to lose their followers, so instead they just ignore the problem. Apparently for them it's money. Speaking up, unfortunately.
I don't think he will. He actively stays out of any negativity. Coward or what? That's for everyone to think. Me kinda disappointed though.
They are indeed cowards. It's honestly embarrassing. We really can't have anything in this community, man.
So it's not one guy being a dumbass, it's two being a dumbass.
And then Doro responds saying, I did on my stream and my reaction to the trailer. I'm disappointed that there aren't dark-skinned toned characters in Natlan and the representation is just so bad, especially since Hoyo is pulling from real-world religions and cultures. I genuinely had hope for them and I hope they make changes in time of release. And before you say, then why don't you stop playing the game? Because this is my main game I'm making content on and it's my career. I've been trying to branch out to different games, but I just can't stop. But what I can do is speak on the issues and bring more awareness to them. Dish has also made a tweet saying fan redesigns are carrying the Natlan lineup, I fear. It's just a game. There are people in. Please save it. If you can't see the problem with heavily using a culture in character design while leaving the people behind, I'm not wasting time explaining it to you. People have every right to be upset and call it out. And even the most drama-free guy, Bob, made a tweet about it saying, the insane part is like, what else is there to say about Genshin's colorism that hasn't already been said 2 years ago? People were talking about the same issues that were seen in Sumeru's cast and were instead told to wait for Natlan. You wanna know why that is? It's because they had the excuse of half the region being a rainforest, right? And with most Arabs in general being more white than brown, made it so that a lot of people just said that it was normal. Now that we're here, what do you wait for? Natlan isn't out yet, but I've always said that I'm not getting my hopes up because how am I supposed to have faith in a company that was allowed to get away with it the first time? It's not like they acknowledged anything being said before, so why have any hope? Shit ain't worth it. And then this person is saying, well, when it comes to HSR, nobody bats an eye because they have one dark-skinned character. Why does Genshin get all the hate? Then Bob completely destroys the guy saying, I get what you're saying and I agree, but Genshin ain't doing themselves any favors when they said they wanted to represent regions from real life and decided to miss a step in doing good rep. Twanto has also retweeted the tweet that was condemning Hoyoverse for doing this. However, Atsu, in conjunction with Envy, have not spoken up about the situation. I truly wonder why that is.
Why do I have people on Twitter trying to tell me, Envy, why are you not speaking up about it? As if a YouTube video is gonna do anything about it. As if 1 star in Google Classroom is gonna do anything about it. As if unfollowing Genshin Impact is gonna do anything about it. I should be the only motherfucker getting praise in the Genshin community because I don't spend money on Genshin Impact.
Now the next thing I'm about to tell you is going to shock each and every single one of you. Because Boycott Genshin is finally back. Or rather Boycott Hoyoverse because Boycott Genshin failed, I guess? I don't know. I remember its leader being a pretty incompetent guy. What was his name again?
The homie BMO, man.
Right, the boycott Genshin guy.
Hi guys, Bimo here, or the boycott Genshin guy as a lot of people want to call me because some people don't understand the joke.
Get it? Because he's the joke? Well, I'm sure his YouTube is still going pretty good. Damn, I really did end this guy's non-existent career. Anyways, you can just go over and sign the boycott if you want. And at the time of recording, 20,000 people have actually signed this, which is incredible. However, it's not enough to even put a dent in Hoyoverse, let's be honest. And you wanna know why I say that and why so many people are pessimistic about all this? It's because even when the 3 Wishes drama was going on and they lost 3 million followers in China, with the amount of people complaining around the world, including China being at its peak, they still didn't do a single thing to compensate. They just waited and waited for the fire to slowly burn out. This boycott, just like the last one, will unfortunately inevitably fail, simply because it's even smaller in scale compared to the last one. And as we've seen before, even when China was participating, it still didn't get Hoyoverse to make the change. So in order for one to actually be successful, we need a bigger fire than the 3 Wishes one. Hope that makes sense. My intention is not to be a jerk about it and tell people to just give up. I'm just saying don't get your hopes up. You can sign it if you want. I'll put the link in the description below even, but don't expect much because reality has time and time shown us that nothing will ever change with Genshin Impact. Lastly, I just wanted to show you guys something very interesting I just found out about. The division of characters in this game. These are basically all of the dark-skinned characters that have released. And you wanna know one thing that is common between all of them? They all sort of suck, you know? And even that alone sparked a lot of controversy. As Dio was completely broken, this was seen as an act of complete racism by the community. Kaya was alright, Sethos nobody gives a fuck about. Sino was considered average for a 5-star, Xinyan bottom of the barrel trash, Candace did. Okay, so Hoyoverse doesn't want to pander to black or brown people. But you wanna know what's crazy about all this? They decide to pander to the furry community. Like what the hell? I am 90% sure that they are a minority compared to colored people. Like it's literally double the representation for a smaller minority, bro. Whoops, forgot Yanfei as well. There you go. Absolute cinema, mate. Well, at least we got super famous homophobic YouTuber Moharb.
A kind of serial killer waiting for the right moment to exterminate your entire bloodline.
Fixing all the characters, doing what Hoyoverse couldn't. And well, especially since Hoyoverse is constantly whitewashing the limited amount of tanned characters they have, I highly doubt that these complaints will end anytime soon. And if you want my personal opinion, you know, Enviosity was right all along. It doesn't matter how many times we call out Hoyoverse. It won't matter whether Sucrose's voice actor or Sino's voice actor or literally the entire community calls them out for it. Because the unfortunate reality of the situation is that they just don't give a damn. Lastly, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I would really appreciate anyone subbing to the channel. Come on, even if you're my biggest hater, man, you can just press that button, man. Only quality content here, folks. Subscribe, please.